let's put up the picture full mass of the individual who was accused of stealing a wallet, alleged wallet theft. Galvin Dudley, a janitor, a former custodian at West Junior High School in Pennsylvania, was fired after he was accused of stealing a wallet. You may remember this. He complained that during the investigation, a white colleague called him the N-word. When Mr. Dudley told her he had just recorded her racist outburst, his colleagues said he violated the law by recording her. Here, police come to his door at 2 a.m. saying they received 911 calls from Mr. Dudley. Here it is.
How can I help you?
Come answer the front door, please. Receiving calls from here.
No one called you.
Again?
Why are you here?
Because you called us.
Nobody called you.
Yes, you did.
Nobody called you, sir.
Well, I confirm with you, so please come down to the front door.
I'm asking you why you here.
I already told you because someone called us here.
Nobody called you, sir.
Okay, well, come to the front door.
They forced their way into the home. They did arrest Mr. Dudley, saying he made a load of 911 calls. Nothing to indicate that. Here it is.
What do you got?
God damn you, dummy! Record on my phone, stupid! No, I ain't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. For what?
Let's put up his picture again, full mass. Okay. A high school student said he lost his wallet at Dudley's campus in October of last year. The administration required Mr. Dudley come to their office. They tricked him, basically, to come to the office, said it was part of a training. When he arrived, they accused him of taking the wallet. Now, pretrial transcripts show police investigated Dudley for recording the meeting after the district complained to the police department. The police told Dudley they needed to come in his house and they took his phone. Now, that is an actual screenshot of the officer leaving with Mr. Dudley's cell phone. Dudley was charged with wiretapping. Dudley's attorney, Donald Leith, argued his client's recording was actually lawful. He let the others know he was recording. Attorney Leith cited Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Christopher in his argument before the court. Here's the quote. There's no expectation of privacy in regards to somebody doing an investigation as part of their job in a public space. You don't. That's not something that you have an expectation of privacy for. Next, the 17-year-old student who lost the wallet appeared unsure of the location where he lost it. He told the court he attended a volleyball game at the junior high school where Dudley worked, and later an event at the high school he attended. The student says he didn't notice the wallet missing until after the high school event. Here is a pretrial transcript of his testimony. There's more. On December 22nd, 2 days after Indisputable's last report, the police charged Dudley for using a credit card at this Exxon gas station a mile and a half from the school. Local news reported Dudley was charged for using the teen's credit card, but have not updated their reporting since. Local police said they have video from the day before the charge showed up on the credit card in October. Dudley entered the station to purchase a drink and lotto ticket on that day. However, at the pre-trial hearing, Attorney Leith says the times Dudley went to this gas station and the time the card should have been charged, they simply don't match. I went in for lottery tickets, Mr. Dudley says, and something to drink from the store. That's when they showed me going into the store, me pulling up to the gas station. That's what they're trying to use. But if you read it, it says the incident happened at one time and I left the school at a different time. But they said their cameras were backwards. That's what they came up with. Dudley told Indisputable he didn't use the card for the purchase, but he didn't use a card for the purchase, but he used a $20 bill. Dudley faced more than 80 charges, 80. 80 charges. Where does this come from? Recording a racist person, okay? That is the origin of 80 separate charges. After the state police pre-dawn raided his home. Pennsylvania state troopers came to Dudley's home at 2 a.m. December 19th, saying they were responding to 911 calls. At the hearing, his attorney once again noted the times for the calls and when Dudley answers his door on the Ring camera did not match. Nor did the state produce any evidence that the calls came from any of Dudley's phone. Here's a photo of Galvin with his wife and kids. Mr. Dudley was arrested inside of his home in front of his entire family on December 19th and charged with resisting arrest. The court dismissed it. Dr. Elizabeth Robertson, superintendent of schools, and the police department chief, Chris Wagner, have not responded to multiple requests for comment. Dudley told Indisputable his attorney is still waiting for discovery more than 2 months after his arraignment and pre-trial hearing. He has not seen the surveillance from the store or the forensic analysis of his phone, which Dudley says will vindicate him. I never lied, he said. I never lied. His wife, when speaking to Indisputable, said, my husband is a good and honorable, hardworking man. He takes care of his business. He works hard. He comes home, he rests, he goes back to work. This hardworking individual now has 80 criminal charges against him because he had the wherewithal to allegedly record a racist white woman inside of a school. Is anyone concerned that there's a racist white woman in charge of children in a local school? Doesn't seem to be. That story, that dynamic has taken a back seat to the possibility of him recording someone, recording a person. It's insane. We're continuing to follow this story. Thoughts?
No, I think it's great that you are. And I think that, my thoughts are with his family and thinking about what he's doing now for work, right? It's been a time since he was falsely accused of taking a kid's wallet. You think he's working as a janitor there? No. Do you think he can get a job locally as a janitor? Probably not, with 80 charges hanging over you. I mean, this is the way that we criminalize working people and specifically Black Americans time and again. They're treated as suspects. This person had a job. He was not up to no good. And then now this might be on his record, and certainly he's taken an economic hit. And I know you have GoFundMe's to support him and his family during this time, which I think is great. And it's just like, it's like, if you have evidence, then produce the evidence. But it sounds like you just said there's surveillance footage of him going, okay, so there's surveillance footage of him, but did he actually use the credit card? Or are you just saying that he used the credit card? Can you find the credit card? No, there is nothing here. So, I mean, but again, these are the ways, and thank God, because we wouldn't be talking about this story, Doctor, unless he had filmed this incident. But how many times before and when will continue, how many times has this happened to people all across this country who do not film it?
That's right. That's right.